What's up? If you're new here, my name is Ashley and I'm documenting my weight loss journey. I need to stop saying that. Like, I say it because yeah, it's true. I'm trying to lose weight, but we're doing so much more over here. This is more than a weight loss journey, okay? Yes, I want to lose some fat, but honestly, I'm on the mission to get in the best shape of my life. I'm just on a journey to fit, and I've been on this journey for a while, and I'm excited for you to join me. So today we're talking about goal setting. It's the new year, 2023, and this is kind of overdue. If you've been a part of this little family for a while, you already know some of the goals that I have. I've been talking about them periodically every few months or so, from how many books I want to read, to fitness, what I want to hit with my lifts, to weight loss, how much I do want to lose, to just lifestyle, dating, hiking, just it all. I kind of want to review how the past year went and also talk about this year going forward, and just to talk about setting goals in general and how I do it and why I do it. And yeah, so let's start. Before we get into my goals, I need to share with you guys this website. I've been using this for like 10 years. It's called Future Me. And this website allows for you to write letters to your future self, or emails, because it's all digital. And I've been using this for a really long time. And at first I would write myself a letter once a year, just talking about what happened this year, what I'm hopeful for, what I hope you're doing, you know, and stuff like that. But after reading Atomic Habits, I decided, you know what, I could also utilize this to not only just like talk to myself once a year as a bit of a diary, like a younger version of me checking in, but I could also use it to set goals and make sure I'm staying on track. So now, in addition to having the one letter a year that is just for whatever I want it to be, like, you know, personal stuff, I also use this service to email myself once every 6 months, just showing the goals that I have. I put quotes in there and words of encouragement, and the whole goal is that 6 months later, when I actually get that letter, I can check to make sure that I'm on track for what I hope to be doing and hope to be accomplishing. This has been so helpful. It's been really wonderful. I do make sure to always be kind to myself in these letters. It's always very encouraging. It's always very uplifting. And in addition to just checking in on the goals that I have, I also like to remind myself to appreciate and have gratitude for where I'm at in life right now and the people I have around me. So I'll say things like, make sure you tell your mom how much you love her. Make sure to show your appreciation. Write this person a letter. Like, I challenge myself to actually write this person a letter, send this person an email, text this person and thank them for being X, Y, and Z to you, because it's really easy to take people around you for granted, and I don't want to do that. So I like to use these moments to remind myself of my goals, to make sure I'm staying on track, but also remind myself to show love to the people around me. And usually I'll get the email, I'll read through it, I'll laugh because I put in some corny jokes because I'm corny. I'll read the words of encouragement. I'll see if I'm on track for my goals. If I'm not, I'll recalibrate. And when I have those challenges, like text so-and-so and say this, call this person and say that, then I'll do it in that moment. And I've been doing this for a while now, and I thought, you know what, I've never actually shared this with my YouTube people. Let me share this with them, because I actually love doing it, and I feel like it just helps me to focus on the person I want to become, right? You can also use this service to like remind yourself of the blessings that you have, or the way that like God has shown up for you and answered your prayers. So sometimes in the email to myself, I might put, this is what we're currently praying for. This is what we're currently hoping for. And then when I get that letter 6 months later in the future, or a year later in the future, I can read what I was praying for at that time, and then knowing whether or not that prayer was answered. It's so good. I can't stress it enough. I really love this website. I've been using it for a minute. I used to be the person that liked to write in diaries, and then years later keep my old diaries and read back to see like how my mind worked then. But I lose diaries. You spill things on paper. You get tired of actually writing. Typing is just so much quicker, and digital is so much easier. So yeah, I just had to share this with you guys, because when I set goals, this is a tool that I use to make sure that I'm like keeping track with my goals in a bajillion different ways, right? Fitness, health, dating, but also it's helping me to be appreciative of the people around me, to show love, to show warmth and affection, to acknowledge the ways that God has blessed me and what I'm grateful for. So just had to share it. Now let's get into the video. So let's start with fitness, okay? Over the past year and a half, I've lost about 40-ish pounds since I've restarted this fitness journey. Going forward in 2023, this year, I just want to lose the rest of this weight. And I really don't know what that's going to look like. I'm not fixated on a number on a scale. I am about 5'3", 5'4". And so in my head, I'm thinking, okay, 150 pounds, 140 pounds, something like that. But when I think about losing 60 more pounds, I don't know if I have 60 more pounds to lose. Maybe I do. I don't know. So when I think of setting a goal for weight for 2023, I'm just like, I just want to have hit like the size I want to be. And I'm assuming that might be another 40 pounds or so, but we'll see. But that's my goal for this year as far as the scale, as far as number wise, but I keep it flexible. With my lifts, because you guys know I'm into lifting and lifting heavy, I'm into powerlifting. I'll make sure to put a little clip on the screen that shows some of my current numbers and the goal that I have, but we can quickly go over it and talk about it. So for squat, I managed to hit a 1 rep max of 258 pounds. I really just want to hit 120 kilogram pound squat. And it would be nice if I can get strong enough to be able to hit 275. And I'm sorry, I'm flipping between pounds and kilograms. I use both. I live in London, but I'm also American. But we'll see what happens with that. I know I have to start getting more serious about my training again, which will be coming as I get deeper and deeper into this cut. Right now, I'm just focusing on my diet and I'm just having fun in the gym, but we will be getting back into programming. With bench, I've done 151 pound bench. I mean, I was even surprised by that because I haven't been bench pressing for too long, but I would love to just hit a 165 pound bench. I'm trying to be realistic. Like my squat, I'm kind of setting a goal that's like, okay, I might not hit it, but I do want to push myself. I love squatting. Bench, I'm trying to be realistic. I'm a woman, upper body strength. It can be really hard to gain strength in that area, and I don't bench as frequently as I need to be benching. But I am hoping to get about a 15-pound increase in my bench press. Deadlift, I'm still working on my deadlift. I'm working. My 1 rep max is 304 pound deadlift. I would love to just get 330. And honestly, right now, I'm just really focusing on my form, my comfortability. Freaking deadlifts. And then we're getting into the gymnastics. I'm taking a gymnastics class. I'm going to continue taking it, and I hope to actually take it more frequently. I have a goal with my handstands. I literally just started trying to get into handstands for the first time ever at the start of December. I would love in 2023 to just build up to a freestanding handstand. That's my goal. Pull-ups, right now, I just do them unassisted, and I also just do a lot of back work from OHP, which hits your back but also your shoulders, to pendulé rows, pull downs, seated cable pulls. I do a lot of back work, and I do that because I really do want to get to the point where I can do a pull-up. Right now, I do them on the machine. I do them assisted. 2023, I would love to hit at least one unassisted pull-up. And with my weight loss goals and my strength, I think that's possible. But yeah, I just think the thing that's really holding me back with pull-ups, even a bit with my handstands, is the amount of weight I still have on me. Like, I'm really top heavy. I got these chesticles. Like, some of these exercises I know I'm going to find much easier as I lose more body fat, as I get slimmer, and just a bit more proportionate in my physique. Mobility. I have always been a fan of mobility, of stretching, but yeah, this year it's kind of on 10. I kind of see it as its own separate workout. And so I've really become a fan of really being intentional about my mobility, specifically with my hips. I would love to be able to hit the splits this year, whether it's a pancake split or a side split, like both. I'm really trying to loosen up my hips, loosen up the tightness in my hamstrings and my quads. I just want to see mobility all around. Okay, now let's get into lifestyle goals. So one of my major goals was in dating. I was really trying to push myself to go out to date more because y'all, I'm a hermit. I go to the gym and I come home, and that's my life. And so I've had goals the past year in regards to dating, and I still have goals going forward. Last year, it was my goal to go on 15 dates. I wanted to go on 15 dates with 15 new people, just in an effort to make sure that I was putting myself out there, that I was on dating apps, that I was meeting new people and giving people chances. And I managed to go on about 12 dates. So it wasn't too bad. I didn't hit my number, but it wasn't bad at all. And this year, I want to keep that up. I don't have a set number. I guess I'll just say get over 12 because that was my number last year. But I just want to make sure I don't take a break with dating, because that's what I did in 2022. I would go on some of my dates and then I'm like, okay, I want to take a break, and I would take a couple months off. I want to be able to find a better balance in my life between work, the gym, my hobbies, and still making time for love, because that's an aspiration for me. Like, I want to find somebody, and I'm picky. I am picky. And so I know I have to increase the likelihood of me finding someone I like by increasing the amount of people I meet. This is a priority. Dating people, meeting people, putting yourself out there. Ashley is a priority. So I want my actions to reflect that. Because yeah, y'all saw my last video. I have no plans to freeze my eggs. So that means I need to be dating people, meeting people, trying to make things happen in that area of my life. Also, just some other small ones I have offhandedly that still matter a lot to me, but I won't go too in depth on. I want to find a home church here in London. I want to diversify my income. Like, I love doing YouTube. And honestly, more than that, I just love fitness. I know how much fitness has changed my life, and it means so much to me. And I would love to assist and help other people make the same or similar type of transformation. So I really want to get into personal training. Like, I'm studying to be certified right now, and it's something I really want to do, but I'm also really scared to do it because I just feel like, well, I still have weight to lose, and who wants to do work with me, and like all the negative self-talk, you know? But that's something I really want to step into this year. I want to finish my certification, and I want to be able to offer online training and coaching to people and just be the support system for them that I wish I had, you know? And then we're getting into books, which I'm always excited about. I love books. I'm such a huge book nerd, such a big book reader. I had a goal of reading 20 books in the year. I hit all 20. I think I did 22 or 23. This year, I'm keeping the goal the same, keeping it at 20. And I already have like a lot of the books I'm really hoping to read that are on my list. But before I get into what I'm hoping to read, I'm gonna tell you some of my favorites from last year. I use Goodreads to track the books I'm reading, and I like to read reviews and stuff on there. I'm a part of that community. I'll link my Goodreads link in the description box if you want to be my friend. I would have to say, as far as fiction novels, these two. This one, oh my God, beautifully written. The emotion in here, like, oh my goodness, it's like reading someone's diary. I was bawling reading this book. This one was so popular. It was everywhere, and I was hesitant to pick it up, but I'm so happy I did. Such an entertaining book, so much more than what I thought. Just a lot of fun, like one of the funnest reads I've had in a long time. And then we're getting into the self-help stuff, right? Because I'm into like learning about relationships and relationship building and just all of that kind of stuff. Learning more about myself, honestly. And out of all of these, I have to say this one is one of the best ones that I've read. I feel like the one thing that really set this apart was that it actually has like a lot of practical, tangible advice. It even has quizzes and stuff inside for you to take. And it condenses a lot of information from a lot of different books. Of course, Attached was really good. This is another one that's really popular, learning your attachment style. And I feel like it has really good frames of references and like mindsets for you to get into while you're dating. And then also The Science of Happily Ever After. It has a lot of statistics about successful relationships and successful partnerships, the qualities that the science and the statistics show that are helpful to have for successful relationships. And then I always have to like talk about Atomic Habits. This book is life-changing, okay? I didn't read it in 2022. I read it for the first time in 2021, but I try to like reference this book, read a little bit, and kind of reread it every year since then. So 2022, I didn't read the whole thing, but I got the audiobook and I was listening to it, and I still listen to it sometimes because this is just such a good book. It's so motivating. It's, I can't say enough about this book. I think it's one of my favorite books of all time. And yeah, now here in 2023, I have a goal of 20 books only because I'd like to, I like balance. I like balance. I love to read, but I don't want to be like, set a goal of reading 100 books and I spend every day with my nose in a book. Like there's life to be living. So if I read over 20, great, but I want to read a minimum of 20 to make sure I'm still reading, but I also still am trying to live life and go out there and do things. But I already have some books I'm super excited about for this year. I have not read these. I'm planning to read them this year. We got Marriage Be Hard, which I bought because I really like Kev on Stage and his wife. A Psychology of Money, because your girl sucks with managing her money. Rising Strong by Brene Brown. I've read a couple books of hers. They're also really good books that really encourage you to, you know, be vulnerable and show strength and vulnerability and embracing who you are, your mistakes and all, and really good encouraging stuff. The Social Animal, this has been on my list for a while. I got it a few months ago and I really want to crack into it this year. This book was recommended by a friend of mine. Her and her boyfriend read it and she said it's really, really good. So it's another one on my list. The Body Keeps the Score. This one sounded fascinating to me and I heard some really good things about it online as well. The Coddling of the American Mind. I bought this a while ago. I've been meaning to read it. We're gonna get to you this year. We're gonna get to you this year, I promise. Also Malcolm X. I'm embarrassed to admit I've never read it. And then these, which I like reading books like this. Like I'm not in this stage of my life. I'm not married. I'm not even dating. Well, I'm dating because we're gonna be dating. But I mean, I'm not in a relationship and I clearly don't got no children. But I'm just a curious person and I like to learn and read, honestly, almost everything. Two of my married friends love this book. They said it like changed their relationship. And this author is heavily referenced in other relationship books. Like in the How Not to Die Alone, they reference this guy. His name is referenced everywhere. If you listen to any podcasts and things about relationships, people talk about John Gottman. So I figured, let me read one of his books. And The Baby Decision, this just sounded like a good book. Any books that like just challenge my mindset or give me things to think about that I never thought of before. I just love to read, you guys. I love to read, okay? But yeah, these are my goals for 2023. This is what I hope to be doing, and I would love for you guys to share yours too. What was your favorite book that you've read this past year? What's one accomplishment that you had that you hit or that's rolling over into the new year? Feel free to comment in the description box. Thank you so much for watching. Give the video a like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.